Hello everybody on YouTube, this is David for the Wicca channel. I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a while. As y'all know, I hurt my back working on the prayer grounds lifting granite. It took me a week or so. I'm feeling better. The new medications are helping with the pain, so I'm basically living a normal life, and I'm still continuing to be able to work my job, so that's good. I'm one of those type I have to have something to do constantly, or I just feel like I'm worthless. So I'm constantly doing something. So I've been working on the prayer grounds, and I'm fixing to go back out in about another week and start finishing up the stonework. I was going through some videos that I saw on YouTube from 4G, who was destroying some Twilight books out in the middle of a desert. I guess he lives out in California. And you know, hey, that's his right, and that's his freedom. I do see it as bigotry, though. I really do. I see it as hate. We can look back at some of the greatest masterminds in history who were villains, and we saw how they burned books. And so automatically that's what comes to mind when I think of someone destroying a book, because one of the most horrific, horrible villains in American history destroyed literature and the opinions of others, just as 4G did. And this isn't coming from a pagan aspect. It's not coming from the opinion of a witch just because he's a witch, and not because he's a member of the New Age neo-pagan movement, vice versa, traditional craft passed down from my family to me, but simply just because it's destroying someone's opinion. It's taking away and censoring the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press. It's taking away from his daughter, who was wanting to read the book, and not allowing her to. You know, if my son, when he gets older, brings a Bible into the house, am I going to take it out in the backyard and shoot it up with bullet holes and leave it there to rot? Everyone knows I have a problem with Christianity. That's a personal issue from things that have happened to me and done to me from other Christians. But if my son said, "Dad, I'm really thinking about walking a life with Jesus Christ," I can't stop him, and I'm not going to censor him from reading the book in my house. That's the worst thing I could do, is taking away a Holy Bible from my son if he's interested in it. That'll just put up a brick wall between his and mine relationship, so I just can't do that. The Twilight books, I don't even know why he's calling it witchcraft. That has absolutely nothing to do with witchcraft whatsoever. Everything that people say, calling it dark-sided stuff and things of this nature, that's not what witchcraft is about. Doesn't even remotely relate to it. How vampires and werewolves have anything to do with witchcraft, I don't know. You know, it's a fairy tale. Kind of like some other books that I've seen in the past that I won't go into debate over. But what the hell does Twilight have to do with Wicca? What the hell does Twilight have to do with paganism? Absolutely nothing. It's a fairy tale book. It's good for entertainment and reading and watching the movies as they come out on TV. Kind of like Harry Potter. Absolutely nothing to do with what real witchcraft and paganism is. Absolutely nothing. It's a story. And these opinions, me comparing 4G to Hitler burning books, in comparison, I see that as being totally adequate. That's the first thing that would pop into anyone's mind. The burning of books, the destruction of books, of someone else's opinions. Because you just don't agree with it and you don't want to hear it, you're just going to destroy it. You know, that's dictatorship. That's, you know, what Hitler would do. and I know it's his right to do it in his own household. Hey, you know, I believe in everyone's freedom. In making this video, here's one of the pictures that I dug out. As everyone can see, that was me back in 1990 something. Get a closer look at that. That was me. Me in my younger years when I had more meat on my bones and a lot stronger and a lot more youth back then. And you know, I served my country and did what I could because it was the right thing to do. You know, and I think he's patriotic, but we have to take a look at what this country was founded on. And this country is founded on a vast amount of ideas. It's a secular nation. It's not a Christian nation. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, John Payne, Abraham Lincoln, John Adams, the other John Adams, they were all deitists. And Benjamin Franklin, in all honesty, although he was a member of Hellfire's Club in the old world, he's actually probably going to be an atheist. Abraham Lincoln was a raving homosexual and slept with men in his bed, even into his presidency. George Washington was not a Christian. He never took communion, knelt or prayed in church. He had nothing to do with it. Thomas Jefferson is another one, and you can look at his direct quotes. He hated Christianity. But to me, that's why they had the separation of church and state in the first place. They saw what the church did in the old country. They saw what it did when it was intertwined with government, and it wasn't pretty. Not pretty at all. That's probably why some of their quotes said that the church never has been nor never will be the defender of people's freedoms. I believe was that what Jefferson said, or is that what Paine said? I can't remember which. George Washington, some of the quotes that he said, you can read up on them. And all these things. So, was America a Christian nation? No. It was a secular nation for all beliefs, all walks of life, for everyone to be equal, for every man to be free. And that's what this nation's about, and that's why I defended it. That's why I did what I did. For everyone's freedoms, including 4G's freedom to destroy fairy tale books out in the middle of the desert, and for other people to look at him like he's crazy. But, you know, the destruction of books is never a good thing. I actually had it in my mind to burn a Bible and put it on YouTube. Then I started thinking about that particular act, and what came to mind was what I used in comparison for 4G. And I will never, never take the side where I will censor what other people can read and can't. If my son brought the Bible into the house, he could read it. If my son brought in some type of hot dime store novel with all types of sex in it, you know, when he's older, I don't care. That's him. You know, if he wants to read it, that's great. Be passionate about books. Be passionate about the knowledge. One of the things that hasn't been told is that a lot of the Christian movement back thousands of years ago burned the pagan libraries, and not just from England. Paganism from other religions in the past, other besides what came from Europe and Scotland and Britain and Ireland. The burning of Alexandria's libraries. Alexandria produced the first steam engine roughly 3,000 years ago. If that knowledge had not been destroyed and burned, then the Industrial Revolution may have came a whole lot quicker than what it did. So it's never a good idea to burn books, but that's just my thoughts, and that's 4G's right to destroy someone's opinion and someone's knowledge if they want to, because that's what all of us did serving in the military, was for his right to do that. However, I may find it disgusting and disagree with it. But anyway, just my thoughts. This is David for the Wicked Channel. Blessed be, merry part. Hail yourselves, infernal greetings to all, and blessed be.